look at that. No. I know, Justin. Thank you. See, that was Daniel's music.
Go, Daniel. Shout out Daniel. Let's go.
Woohoo!
We actually paid him to do it for us.
Yeah, as we should. We got to support local folks, talented people. That's it.
Oh. Okay. Hi, you guys are watching the Mac and Cheese podcast. Today's guest is the wonderful fan of the year, Tom Grossi.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Yeah. His Twitter is @TomGrossi_comedy. Tom, when I was typing up the script, I couldn't put your @ because it would put you in the document. It was...
It happens.
So if you want to follow him there, please do. And I know you just tweeted out this episode, so we appreciate that. And you remember us from Tampa Bay.
Yes. The very hot and hectic day. Yes.
So Justin and I have the same outfits that we met you in today.
Let's go.
I was literally just looking at those pictures today.
Continuity. You got to keep it.
Yeah. Obviously.
That supports the GOAT of defensive ends, Reggie White.
Of course. Come on now. Greatest defensive player of all time. Come on now.
So I don't know if you knew about this. We asked our Mac and Cheese fans to actually vote for you for Fan of the Year.
I appreciate it. Let's go.
We put the link in every episode, promoted your charity live streams and stuff.
Appreciate that very, very much so.
Yeah. And we're glad that you won it.
Yeah, it was a crazy time. And now here we are.
Is it still broken?
Oh yeah. So it's so funny because when it came broken, because this is supposed to attach to it, and it just came broken, and because it's 3D printed, right? So I originally was like, oh, this is not ideal. Like I was doing an unboxing and I just start laughing because it's broken, which is perfect. And I honestly think I like it better without the lid. So it's fine.
So Tom, we have some of your fans in here.
Let's go.
Midnight
Austin
Rose
represents. Let's go.
Says hello. Some dude named Tom.
Hello, Midnight Rose.
Let's go, Rose. Let's go. Also, Mary,
obviously-
cheers. I know you.
Yeah.
I know. Justin, cheers.
Cheers.
We're rousing out here. Let's go.
Yeah. In the hut. And then Sean said hi. Oh, hi, Tom.
What's going on? What's going on?
Oh. Yes, please. Thank you, Midnight Rose. She said, don't forget to like and subscribe.
It's true.
Honestly, Tom, you winning Fan of the Year was great. It was the only reason I was watching the NFL Honors show. Otherwise, no.
Yeah,
It was so funny too because I was so nervous, and not to get on the stage, not to present, none of that stuff. That I had no qualms about. They gave me the quote unquote script the day before at rehearsal. And they're like, you have one line. And I was like, okay, well, I could do one line, and it's hating the Vikings. That's just every day for me, so I don't need to memorize anything. But they told me a week before that I had won, because that's they surprised me, and I went into the city. And so when I got there, I was like, this is really awkward, because they didn't tell the other fans of the year. And I'm like, this is okay. This doesn't feel the greatest. And so I was like, hey guys, sorry I couldn't tell anyone, because then I would have gotten in trouble. So it wound up being awesome. It was such a cool night. And yeah, that's still very, very, very surreal.
And of course, I lost the script again. Hey, Justin, you have the first question.
No way, I got the first question anyway.
Let's go, Justin. We got it.
You had a great international tour. Were you nervous at first about going to any of the countries, or no?
No, for safety reasons?
Yeah.
No, I really wasn't. I mean, I've said this before too. During 30 and 30, the amount of messages I got of oh, you're gonna go to this city and get shot. You're gonna go to this city and get shot. It happened for numerous cities. Mm-hmm. And as somebody who grew up outside New York City, it's just you just gotta be smart about where you are, right, and just what your surroundings are, and that's any city in the world. So no, there was a lot of excitement, and the only real nervousness was just for logistics of how I was gonna get it done. I mean, that last, third of the trip is a 12-hour flight, a 10-hour flight, another 10-hour flight, just back to back to back. So I was worried about that more than anything. But, besides the food poisoning, it went well. It went very, very well.
I was about to say that. Like, how were you able to get past that and go through with your tour?
Pure spite and willpower. Yeah, I mean, that was the most sick I had been in a really long time. And someone actually mentioned this in the comments. Like, you might not have gotten food poisoning. It might have been a neurovirus. And I was like, oh, okay, maybe it was that. I mean, I literally didn't eat a meal for 4 days.
Wow.
Because, like, I was just sipping on water and could barely keep that down. So, yeah, it was challenging, to say the least, but we did it. We made it through, and we raised $187,000 for St. Jude. So
kids.
Wow. I didn't realize it was that much. I looked at it, but I didn't look at it apparently that closely. Okay. We're continuing on with 30 and 30. As we were just talking about you, or to you, that about behind the scenes. Whatever. I can't speak apparently today. So you have more comments in chat, Tom. Bill says Tom is a very good at keeping secrets, lol.
Yeah, so that was funny too, because like when I found out, I couldn't tell anybody like about fan of the year. I couldn't tell anyone. So I'm just sitting there. I'm like, I want to celebrate, but like I'm also the day before they're gonna be like, just kidding, like you didn't win it. So I didn't say anything.
Oh.
So when I was streaming the night before I left, I was like, okay, so I think I'm pretty sure I got it. I'm pretty sure I won. Like they told me I didn't get to keep the trophy, but they did tell me. So I was like, okay. So that's when I did the Q&A before I left, and I did the live stream, and I was like, all right, what's something I can do just in case I can't make a speech or anything like that? And that's like Bill and the others. They were like, gotta be this. And I was like, all right. So when we got on stage, we did it.
Oh, okay. So was that joke planned, or for the coach of the year? Was that planned, or how did that work?
That wasn't a joke. They just messed up. I was the only one on that stage that did not mess up for that segment. That was the only one. I said, nope, it's Kevin. It's Kevin. That was funny.
That
was not part of the script.
Oh, okay. Because I heard that and I was like, wait, is that?
Yeah, no. I was like, it's Kevin.
That moment was funny as heck, but I didn't agree with that coach of the year decision, which should have been D'Amico Ryans of Houston.
Yeah, there were some Texans fans who were pretty upset about that. I understand. I think either one could have gotten it, honestly. I mean, Stefanski took a broken team. I mean, like, they lost their running back, they lost their quarterback, they lost, like, half their squad, and we're still able to go to the playoffs, so I get it.
So, like I said, we're back on 30 and 30 stuff. We only have 2 questions about 30 and 30, I promise.
All good.
So what was your best moment from 30 and 30? Also, what is your favorite stadium? Not naming Lambeau.
Not it. Yeah. So
not naming Lambeau.
Yeah, the favorite stadium actually was Atlanta. Atlanta, just because their stadium was beautiful. Their sustainability was they were just doing stuff different than the rest of the league. And like there was a lot of great stadiums. Don't get me wrong, but Atlanta, I mean, it was 90% of like all their waste either gets recycled or composted. 10% is like actual trash, and then it doesn't even go into the city of Atlanta. They power all of their games with solar power, like both their soccer and their football games. So like that's really cool. They kept their prices really, really low. So like a family of 4 can eat there for like $30. And so like that was very just like fan friendly. It was environmentally friendly. So like that was something that really stood out for me. And then, oh boy, favorite moment. That's tough. I mean, there's so many, to be honest with you, but the Pacific Ocean was pretty great, you know, kind of just to like be done. And like, I've never been in the Pacific Ocean before. So that was a really, really cool experience and just kind of feeling that. And then other than that, I mean, there were some key points like Detroit and Buffalo and Baltimore. I think like when it was putting together the Baltimore video, which really kind of just shifted what the whole series was like probably one of the biggest moments in 30 and 30. Okay. But yeah, I'm not going to go with the table jump because that is definitely memorable, but it wasn't my favorite because of what was to come.
Yeah. You scared me for that moment. I'm not going to lie, because I don't know if you know this. I actually have my medical assisting degree. So you scared me for that moment.
Oh, I scared myself. Don't you worry. Yeah, no, my back hurt for months. I tore this open at 2 a.m. I'm literally cleaning out gravel out of my open wound. Yeah, it was not the best of times. I don't regret it because I mean it made for the greatest picture that will ever be taken of me, and it also was like a very like this is how committed I am to this. So yeah, it was a really cool moment. It just hurt a lot.
So
I remember the Detroit one being it's like how the heck were you almost in trouble?
Okay, yeah. Thank you,
Oh,
Justin.
yeah. So so I contacted every single team.
Right.
Like I sent an email to every single team, and basically said like, hey, I'm coming. If you can host us, cool. If not, also cool. I'll just like hang out around inside the stadium. So the Lions didn't get back to me, which all good. And we got there and we were just having a meetup like right outside the stadium, and there was a good amount of people. And so security came over and was like, what are you doing? And I was like, we're just taking pictures, just like having a fan meetup. A lot of Lions fans here, what have you. And they're like, well, we don't know if you could be here. Like, do you have permission? I was like, I told them we were coming and I didn't get anything back. So we could just go across the street, no problem. And to the security's point, like they were really, really nice. And like they were trying to get like confirmation that we could do it. And I was like, guys, let's just go across the street. Like, let's just go across the street, not make anybody's life more difficult. And then the Lions wound up coming out and we're like, oh, do you want to go inside the stadium for 3 seconds? And I did. And so that was really cool of them.
So we had Dan Kotnick on. And he said you actually did do 30 and 30.
I didn't do 30 and 30?
Apparently the Lions didn't count. So I got told.
I mean, I went in the stadium, so, you know.
According to Dan, it doesn't count.
All right. Well, I look forward to Dan's 30 and 30. I'm looking forward to those videos. It'll be good.
So the Bears fan says, okay, so getting aside from sick, what do you like about Chicago?
It's, you know what's funny? Like, I've been to Chicago before and I have had a great time. Like I've hung out at the pier, like I've gone to, like downtown, like I've had a really good time. That day was just the worst in Chicago. Like everything went wrong. It was hot. I was stranded 2 miles away that I had to run back to my hotel. The internet was 3 megabytes per second. The audio was messed up on the first one. Had allergic reaction. Couldn't find a place for a fan meetup.
Right.
Finally did it at the pier. It cost money for people to park, which wasn't fun. So yeah, that whole day was just a disaster. But Chicago itself is a really fun city. It's a cool city.
Okay, so how did you like the Florida Heat in Tampa?
So, yeah, I mean, I want to say I've been to Tampa like once.
Okay.
I want to say before that. But yeah, like shout out to the Buccaneers because they kind of just let me go on the pirate ship because a lot of people on Twitter bothered them for me to go on the pirate ship. So that was really cool of them. So it was nice. But, you know, Florida prepared me for the heat that was to come, like in Louisiana and Texas and all that great stuff. So it just got me ready.
Right, because like I told you behind the scenes, I'm actually like from where Hurricane Ian hit.
Yeah, it was hot. It was hot that day.
I bet.
Yeah,
Trust me, and we're in hurricane season right now. Is the thing. It's bad.
And then New Orleans, you went to the haunted hotel.
Right?
So
How
fun,
was
though.
that?
It was great. I mean, I had so much fun. Like, there was definitely some creepy parts. Don't get me wrong, but I remember because that was my first time in New Orleans, and I walked around for maybe like 15 minutes and I was like drenched in sweat. Like the humidity just punched me in the face. So it was a challenge, but no, the haunted hotel was just fun. And I'm so glad that we raised enough money to be able to do that.
So do you want to mention the tumbler thing again? I'm sorry. So for those that do not know, I actually bought Tom the Packers tumbler from 30 and 30. Do you want to explain what happened to that?
Oh, yeah. So, no, the Tumblr is just because I keep everything that fans send. I had to start implementing a system where, like, I just have boxes where I'm like, okay, like, I've very much outgrown this space. Like, right now, there are boxes just littered across the floor right now. There's boxes in the garage. And I'm like, okay, like, I don't want to throw anything out. Like, I want to keep stuff. And, like, when I get to a new house, I can, like, kind of put it around and display it. So, yeah, it is currently packed away, is where that currently is right now.
Okay, I'm curious. Did you happen to use those luggage tags too?
The luggage tags, I actually tucked them in my suitcase. So they are currently still there.
Yay. Okay. How about that poster? How was that? Is it
poster is currently rolled up and is also put away, but that one I had to make sure was nicely put away because I didn't want anything to rip or fall apart.
Okay, so for those that do not know, I'm actually the one that made that by hand. I literally wrote Rossi Posse Packer Nation or something the day before the event. I hand wrote it. And I actually drew the cheese head too.
The beautiful cheese head.
And all the signatures that was on that, guys, was at the Tampa event.
Yeah, that was really cool. That was like such a cool part, just to like have that, because there were some folks who did something similar, like in like either earlier or like previous ones. Like for example, like New Orleans, I got it was like a baseball jersey that was signed by everybody who was there, which was really cool. So yeah, any of those things that like, you know, the people signed it. I actually wore the same shoes that I did for 30 and 30 during the international stadium tour.
Oh, okay.
I threw them out afterwards because, good God, they were falling apart on my feet.
I bet.
But it's funny. I think it was Philadelphia. I was signing shoes, so like people were like asking me to sign shoes. So I was like, okay, whatever, I don't care.
Right.
So someone asked, "Can I sign your shoe?" I was like, "Yeah, I don't care. Go ahead." So they signed my shoe. So literally, I had a random fan signature like on my shoe for all of 30 and 30 and all the international stadium tour. And people would be like, "Who signed your shoe?" I was like, "It was a fan in Philadelphia."
Wow.
That was it.
And that was the fan event you almost had to cancel, right? Because of the storms? Or fog?
Yeah, because oh man, they were grounding flights. They canceled the baseball game that day. They were telling people not to go outside. Yeah, that was rough. That was rough.
Justin, or wait 1 second. So
Yeah, my question is next.
don't worry about it, Justin. Not yet. So I was
Alright.
actually Tom and Justin earlier.
Oh.
This is Tom and Johnny's signatures.
Let's go.
That's on my room. So whenever people walk into my room, Tom, I have to show them this.
Of course, let's go.
And they're like, you know the fan of
It's
the year?"
also
I'm
like really nice too. Like it like I've never seen that design before. It's really nice.
I actually bought it in Southwest Florida. So
Hey, listen, you get it.
what?
You get it however you can. That's it.
Yeah. Hey, I didn't have to buy it from Lambo and pay shipping.
Exactly.
Oh, so the reason why I didn't didn't bring the tumbler to Florida is because I knew you would have to ship it home anyways.
Yes.
So I just didn't want to.
Greatly appreciated. Yeah, that became a big so that actually became a funny story. So the issue was like I was just going around with one bag. I had a backpack and I had like my one bag for 30 and 30.
Yeah.
International was even less. Like international, I had my backpack, I had a carry-on. Like that was it. I went to all those countries just to carry on. So when people were like giving me stuff, I was like, this is the nicest thing ever. I have nowhere to put it. So like, I had to start mailing it back to myself, like
Right.
at cities to like make it work. So like
Yeah.
I mailed myself back laundry. I mailed myself back everything. So when
Wow.
I got back, there was just packages and packages waiting for
That's
me
crazy.
when I got home.
Yeah, because Johnny, I was like, I realized, Tom, we didn't get a picture with the poster with you and I. And I was like, Johnny. And I'm the one that told Johnny about the tumbler, actually. So I don't know if I told you. Because it told me USPS was like, it wanted you to pick it up. And I'm like, you're gone.
Yeah, I'm
No.
out. There's can't do anything there.
I mean,
Yep.
you got it.
Yeah, that's all
So,
that matters.
Shout out to Johnny Barks.
yeah.
Giant box.
Yeah. And so, Tom, I don't know if you know this, but we were the ones that brought Johnny cookies on his birthday.
Yes.
Oh.
Gotta give him cookies. Gotta keep him fueled up.
So Tom, you didn't know. I don't think Justin knows about this. Apparently, no one did.
Mhm.
So before you came to the Tampa event, I actually walked up to someone, and I was thinking at the park where you went, everyone was going to be subscribed to you. Turns out I was wrong. I walked up to a woman. We're just going to name her Willow. I walked up to a woman and I was like, "Are you subscribed to Tom Grossi?" They said no. And so
sense.
they might be subscribed to you now.
Hey, there we go. Everyone counts.
But yeah, we just appreciate you for everything that you've done.
Well, thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah. Justin, do you want the
Justin, yeah, your question.
$1 million raised in less than 3 years is incredible. For many charities, mostly St. Jude's Children's Hospital.
Mhm.
Do you get any satisfaction from doing that charity stuff? And what was your favorite moment from that 15-hour live stream?
Yeah. Yes. I mean, I get all the satisfaction from that because at the end of the day, right? Like I love creating and I love doing what I do. I've done it for it'll be 9 years in August. Is the start of Packcast. So yeah, no, I love it. But that is something that is gonna be there long after I'm done and long after I'm gone. You know, like this was something that sports fans were able to come together regardless of what team, and we raised so much money for various charities too. And you mentioned St. Jude, and yeah, because of 30 and 30 where we raised over $500,000, they got a good chunk of it. But a lot of the times, especially with the December live streams and stuff like that, we raise money for smaller charities or not as well-known charities, but they still do excellent work. And yeah, it took a little under 3 years to raise $1 million for charity. And yeah, I mean, next year, I can guarantee you by this time next year, like if we're starting at 0 right now, we'll have raised another $1 million.
Okay.
And me and Mary are both grateful that you helped do a charity live stream for autism research.
Yes.
And just
we appreciate that.
It's me and Mary being autistic. We're proud of it.
Yeah, OAR is so that was also right because there's a ton of autism charities because like that's the thing too. It's finding these charities. And like I take that very, very seriously, like reading through their spending reports and their quarterly reports and all that great stuff to make sure the money's going to where it is. And I didn't want it to go to like, an awareness charity or anything like that. Like actually doing the research. And OAR is a really, really great organization. So I was more than happy to raise money for them.
So what was your favorite moment from the 15-hour live stream?
Yes. Sorry, Justin, for that part. Yeah, honestly, like besides like the ending, which was just crazy, which was awesome. Wes Hodkowitz, shout out to the absolute legend, came on at like 3:00 in the morning, seeing I was streaming, seeing I was starting to struggle a little bit and was like, I'm going to come save my friend. And he came in for a couple hours and he rocked and rolled. So that was really, really cool.
I don't know how you stayed up for that whole live stream. I'll be honest.
Oh yeah, I got 8 hours of sleep tonight. Fine.
Surely.
It's fine. Just got off a plane, 8 hours of sleep. I'm fine. We can do it.
I will be honest. I stayed up for the whole thing. You said for 2 hours.
Yeah, it was a marathon. There was people who stayed from the very beginning to the end, and it was.
I tried to. It was so fun.
Yeah, it was great. I mean, it was just so much fun. I will
be honest. I was one of them that said the under on that poll.
Oh yeah, no, that's fine. That's
hey,
fine.
I'm honest. I clicked under because I was thinking like maybe
I've been doubted before. It's all good.
Midnight Rose said Wes Hod is the man.
Yes, he is. Yes, he
is. Did the Packers donate that money? You don't have to say.
They sent the check over to St. Jude. Yeah, so they did do it through the live stream. So I didn't count it because I'm me. But yeah, now they just get extra money.
I just didn't know if they counted if they actually did it or something.
Yeah, as far as I know, I'm pretty sure they did. Yeah.
So we have one more question, unless if the chat has anything. Hey, chat, put some questions in for Tom. The wonderful Tom.
Marvelous.
Yeah. This one might take a little bit. We asked urinating Tree this. Sure. As I told Tom, we had urinating Tree on our first ever episode. And recently. And he agreed to come back on a third episode with us. What is your favorite punishment from all 5 clickbait members from the start? Urinating Tree answered this question. I wonder if yours switched. If yours is different.
So like the one for each of them or for...
Including you.
Oh boy. I think learning 5 could paint, which was honestly just shocking. I was like, oh, like this is actually pretty good. So that was probably my favorite 5 punishment. Okay. Scooter is a Packers cheerleader or the Sasquatch erotica has to be up there because that was pretty phenomenal. All right, so that's 5. That's Scooter. Tree. Skip Bayless Tree was pretty solid. Oh, well, the Whopper was just disturbing. Let's go with the Whopper just because of the disturbing element for it. Perna. Trying to think of Perna. Like the championship belt is just funny because he doesn't even watch wrestling, but that's not the best one. I mean, considering how miserable he was after the Taylor Swift punishment, that's pretty solid. That's pretty solid. For me, my favorite one is going to be the Head and Shoulder shampoo. Like, it has to. Okay. I mean, because the fact that I had to order that thing, and it took months to get there, and it came directly from China, and I got it, and it was already, like, destroyed. Oh, no. And I put it on, and I did not have AC down here, and for an hour, I was just sweating in a shampoo bottle. So that was pretty great.
I was going to say my favorite Perna moment was the Perna shirt that you guys did.
Oh, the shirt's great. Yeah, the shirt's fantastic.
Justin, what's yours?
I was thinking about the championship belt too. It's like,
which is like insanely expensive too. Like those things are like,
like
so expensive. So the fact that he had to spend like the money on that, and it's for the
He's
Chiefs,
tired.
and he doesn't watch wrestling. Great.
and he's tired of the Chiefs winning.
Yeah, of course, it's just great. So if they win again, now he just gets to run around with a championship belt.
Well, I'm hoping the Packers, hoping somebody else gets that Super Bowl this season. Packers.
I told Jordan I see him in New Orleans.
I mean, I'm wearing the New Orleans Super Bowl shirt from 31. So
History, babe.
I did see that. Mary said that Mardi Gras is not until March, so much
yeah,
for that.
I noticed that.
Yeah, no, I mean, I know that it's going to be like New Orleans is going to kill it. Like they were doing renovations during 30 and 30 to prep for the Super Bowl that they're hosting next year. Yeah. They had it closed down like all summer because they were doing construction.
Oh wow.
So,
I didn't
it was one of the reasons we couldn't get in.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Hey chat, do you guys have any questions for Tom? I'm so bad at this, Tom. I'm sorry.
No, you good.
This is like one of our 14th episodes, I think. This is like our 14th episode with you.
That's awesome.
So,
14 more than when you started.
Yeah, and we're almost about to hit 70 subscribers actually too.
Let's go.
On an anniversary live stream. So like I told you, that short that you said to my school's composer or counselor person reached 200 views today.
Let's go.
You're popular on my TikTok, Tom.
Let's go.
I showed my sister. She's like a huge fan of yours. And she's like, wait, who? And I'm like, the fan of the year, Tom Grossi.
The NFL fan of the year. Don't you know who that is? No. Good.
Oh, Peter wants me to show you this. I don't know why. Well, of course, you'll see him in New Orleans.
You can buy tickets.
You can buy tickets
That's
easily.
right.
I mean, I wouldn't want to go to a Super Bowl if the Packers aren't in it. That would be miserable.
Dude, that was actually like a conflict that I had when for the fan of the year thing, because I was given tickets for that, and I was like, can I give that? Like, I'm really grateful, but can I like give them to somebody else, like a fan of the teams that are going? Because same exact, like, I'd never been to a Super Bowl before. I was like, if I'm ever going to be able to go to a Super Bowl, like, I'd want it to be the Packers first. Yeah. And I could not do that. No, they were like, no. So
really,
no, you can't give away those tickets. It was in the fine print. So unable to do that. I mean, it was a cool Super Bowl to go to. I took the red eye back, and then found out I had COVID. So that was fun too.
That's right.
Oh yeah. No downtime. No downtime.
At least it wasn't their entertaining Super Bowl. At least first.
It was. I mean, dude, we almost went to. So I was panicking though because I had to take the red eye back. I was like, this might go into double overtime. Like, I gotta go. Like, I gotta get on a flight and leave. So it ended.
Thank you, the 49ers didn't know the new overtime rules. Chiefs knew.
Right?
Haha.
Couldn't happen to a better team.
Are you so upset about that game? Be honest.
No.
Really?
No. I mean, that doesn't even crack the top 5 of like most heartbreaking Packers losses.
The guy's already fired.
Yeah, I mean, at that point, like, Barry's gone, but like it's more of like we were a 7 seed, we knocked off the 2 seed, and almost knocked off the 1 seed. Like, yeah, I was very. Of course, you want to win it, and I was really disappointed that we didn't get to go to Detroit for the NFC Championship game because I think the Packers would have won, and I think that atmosphere would have been insane. But no, I think that I'm really excited for this season.
So Tom, you have a question in chat. What game this season are you looking forward to most and why?
Texans, definitely. That's the one I've been kind of like shouting out a lot too. Unfortunately, it's a 12 p.m. Central, 1 p.m. Eastern. Thought it should be prime time, but yeah, CJ Stroud, like at Lambeau. I mean, we're already playing like Anthony Richardson there. Like we're having the whole AFC South come through, but to see like CJ Stroud and Jordan Love like go toe to toe, like that's gonna be really, really fun. You have 2 young football teams, 2 really exciting teams, and yeah, I'm just excited to see them tear it up.
Yeah, I'm looking forward to that game too. It's like, and also game events in the 49ers in late November.
Yeah.
I was gonna say for me, I would say the Dolphins.
Thanksgiving.
I have a special connection to the Dolphins though, Tom. I don't know if you know this. So I actually know Sammy Watkins'
Oh, that's awesome.
cousin.
There you go.
Because his cousin actually sold me my car that I have now.
There you go.
It's pretty incredible.
Small world.
Jordan Love get that turducken.
Yeah, that's true. But I'm excited to see Joe Barry coming back to Lambeau. I think that's gonna be incredible versus Joe Barry and which I'll pass.
Yeah, no, and Thanksgiving game 2, prime time, it'll be fun. We usually play the Dolphins on a holiday. It was Christmas a couple years ago, and
Oh, you're right.
now it's Thanksgiving.
And I was at that Christmas game.
That was a good game to be at. That was a
Yeah.
good game to be at.
So I was looking back at my Amazon purchase, Tom, and I ordered that tomorrow, like June 20th.
There you go. Just in time.
Like literally like days after the meet and greet.
There you go.
So there's another question for you. Who would be your dream matchup if the Packers if they went to the Super Bowl this year?
Jeez.
So here's the thing, right? There's the obvious answer is the Chiefs, because if you can knock off like and prevent them from getting a three-peat, that's just magical. But
Right.
I'm sorry, Sam, I don't think it's gonna be this. But
Ooh.
I mean, bro, I would love to see a Packers-Bills Super Bowl. I mean, just the fan bases alone, just the tailgating alone, it'd be so special. Like that would be really, really cool. Yeah, and Texans are up there too. Again, like 2 young quarterbacks. But yeah, no, I'd love to see Bills Packers. I've been wanting that for a few years.
That'd be
2020.
Yeah, we just didn't get it though.
I think Packers and Texans though would be fun.
Oh, it'd be great.
Stephon Diggs. Oh no. Peter said even okay, that'd be a good one for sure, even as a Bears fan.
Yeah.
I think Broncos would be good. Packers and Broncos.
I don't know if the Broncos are going to be making it to the Super Bowl anytime soon, but we'll see.
Broncos going 4-12.
Yeah,
They're 4-13.
We'll see.
Are you guys streaming that preseason game together?
We are, yes. We are planning to do so. Yeah, I
For
actually
those
have like
that
an
did not
event
just
that
hear.
day. We will be streaming that because it's prime. It's like on prime time. It's 8 o'clock, so it's like nationally shown. So yeah, that'll be fun.
Oh, right. Are you
Get some
streaming
revenge.
the other one too, or no?
No, so the Ravens one, I'm going to be at because that's the one home I go every year for training camp. So that's the one game they have. They only have one home game this year for preseason.
Right.
So
I meant the other home game though, or the other away game.
Oh, I don't know if it's broadcasted. If it's broadcasted, probably. But
I thought
It's on the Packers network.
Yeah.
Oh, okay. So there you go. Yeah, probably, definitely the Broncos one. Yeah, just had to see what's scheduling for the other one.
We are so excited. So Tom, one of my friends and I, she tells me when you drink. So
It's true.
I'm I'm not forced to drink. It's kind of fun. And this was one of my dreams is to drink with you, Tom.
There you go. You had the Allagash.
Yes, I did get it. This week.
Teamwork makes the dream work. That's it.
I found it in my Whole Foods and I'm like, are you kidding me? I could have brought it to Tampa for Tom.
That was awesome. In Buffalo, they brought Allagash White. Like that was really, really cool.
Yeah.
I love how like that's been a thing. And I still haven't been to the Allagash Brewery. Like it's in Portland, Maine.
Really?
Yeah, it's like a decent trip away from me.
Oh,
but
okay.
yeah, I gotta see. I gotta make my way up there at some point because I think I've gotten a good amount of people to buy Allagash White, and they're not even a sponsor. I just like the beer.
Yeah, you got me started to drink it.
It's good stuff. It's just good. It's
good.
Beer.
Yeah.
Yeah, we a recent earlier episode we interviewed Matt Raymond, and mom and Mary and her mom got me a spotted cow from
nice.
their trip
There
to
you go.
Wisconsin earlier, and good thing I had that spotted cow during the interview with Matt.
Let's go.
Oh, yep. We had Matt Ramage on.
And
Let's go.
Yeah, and I still have a can. It's empty, but it's just a little souvenir.
Dude, yeah, no, I mean, because like you can't get it outside of Wisconsin unless somebody brings it to you, right?
Yeah.
Like that's what makes it difficult. So yeah, I get it.
Same with the Quick Trip donuts.
Yeah, right.
Yeah. Peter has a good question for you. Okay, hate this because I know I'm setting myself up here, but taking bias out of it for a minute. What do you think of the Bears offseason?
I mean, I think that they crushed their offseason. I mean, for them their draft, I mean, they didn't have a lot of picks and one was on a punter, but it's arguably the best punter in the draft. But to get Caleb Williams, who was the guy that they wanted to get, right, to go out and get Rome, who now they already got DJ Moore, who's great. And then on top of that, like they got Keenan Allen, who's basically a 1-year rental, but he's going to be able to teach them. And I mean, his route, I love Keenan Allen. So I think it's just going to come down to like, is like their center. Like we're going to see like that with the offensive line because it's definitely improved over the years. It's not as bad as it was. Their defense, which they're rebuilding, it got a lot better after they got Montez Sweat last year after they made that trade. So it's just going to be, is Caleb Williams the guy? I know their defense got better near the end of last year, but coaching I still think is a major, major question. Like if if they do like really, really poorly, like I don't know if they fire people after that, because I know that there's some hot seats in Chicago. So I think it's just going to depend, like, is Caleb Williams the guy? And you're just not going to know until, the season.
So games are played.
Us girls have been chatting in the chat. Brewery Tour stand-up show and fan beat up.
Let's go.
Make that.
Let's go.
Oh, make that more.
Let's go.
For the Packers don't play the Bears till week 11, so we don't.
Yeah, it's late.
We see 10 weeks of Caleb Williams before the Packers play them. It would be in Chicago first, and then week 18 at Lambeau again.
Yep.
Okay, Tom, I want to know your opinion about that. Why is that?
Well, I mean, it's just gonna be the schedule too, right? I mean, they're ending again against the Bears, which it's always against a division rival, but
right. But at home twice in a row is the part that no one gets.
At home twice in a row. What do you mean?
We play the Bears again at
2023 was that 2020 end of the 2023 season was Packers against the Bears at Lambeau.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not surprised. I mean, like the Packers, because they've started the season. They started last year like on the road, like at Soldier Field and stuff like that too. So they're trying to be like somewhat fair with it, even though you can only do so much. But yeah, I mean, I'm so glad that we started on the road last year. It just made for a great week one.
Peter said because the NFL
loves
it. Win some games, Peter, then they will like you a little bit more. Hey, you didn't get a Thursday night game against the Commanders, which actually would have made sense because at least you would have had 2 quarterbacks from the draft. But don't ask me.
Okay, Tom, that's all the questions for us. Do you have any? That's all the questions that we have for you. Do you have any for us?
No, I appreciate the time. I appreciate you having me on, and thank you again very much for the Tumblr, and I appreciate you all, and thank you.
Yeah.
Do you have any final thoughts?
Final thoughts? Go Pack, go, baby. It's just go.
Fighting words.
Let's beat the Eagles in Brazil.
Yeah.
I cannot wait because that's a home game.
I will be honest. I was looking at the barrel. I thought Brazil was going to get ahead. We're lucky it didn't.
I'm so excited for the world to see Brazil. Like, I'm so excited for them to see those fans, like the enthusiasm, and like there are going to be so many Packers fans there. It is going to be insane. So
Thank you. It's like game's not in Philadelphia.
Yeah, it's a lot better than Philadelphia. Yeah, in terms of just like in terms of like home field advantage, all that stuff. It's going to feel like a Packers home game.
Interesting. Bill said Packers haven't started at home in like 7+ years. Right?
Yeah, they haven't opened up in Lambeau in a hot minute in week 1.
2012.
Midnight Rose said, "Don't forget to wear green in Brazil." LOL.
Oh wait a minute. Packers last opened at home in 2018. It was the Miami game.
Yeah, against the Bears. Yep.
Don't forget to wear green in Brazil. I'm sure that no green means something.
God.
And then Midnight Rose said Packers starting 1-0 this year for sure.
Let's go.
1-0, then 2-0, then 3-0, and it all goes
on and on as she goes. No, thank you so much for having me, folks.
Yeah.
I appreciate it.
Justin, do you want final thoughts?
Just same as Tom Rossi, go Pack go, and just thank you for thank you for being on the show.
Thanks for having me. Appreciate it.
Tom, we really appreciate you.
Of course.
Coming on more than you ever know. If you want to come back, you are always welcome.
Appreciate you. Thank you.
Yeah, we always say that to everyone. Urinating Tree is booked for a 3rd episode with us.
Let's go.
So I don't know if you knew this, Tom, but he said in your 15-hour live stream when he was on with you, something about the Packers might be playing in Germany, or Germany having an NFL game or whatever. He said that quote in Mac and Cheese.
Yeah, I mean the Packers. They have a huge fan base in Germany.
He said something about like
happen sooner rather
where
than
the NFL should expand next.
What would be better than the Giants?
Well, they've already played in Germany. They're playing again in Germany this year. Unfortunately, they're getting
right. Bree said something about the NFL should expand somewhere else, or they should expand somewhere else.
Mm.
He said that on Mac and Cheese.
Yeah.
He said that on our podcast.
Yeah, they should. I mean,
and it was yes. Thank you, Midnight Rose. Please like and subscribe, everyone. We really appreciate you and Tom, of course.
Go Pack go.
Go Pack go, baby.
Tom, I need to tell you something off stream. But...
Go Pack go.
No, it's
Damn.
still live. I'm
That
good at